Let's unbox the Funko Pop vinyl figure of the 13th Battalion Trooper from Jedi Fallen Order.
Varykino. If it's Star Wars, we collect it.
Hello there, thanks for visiting Varykino. A couple of weeks ago we were visiting one of our favourite local stockists for Funko Pop vinyl figures. There were two Star Wars ones that we were very keen to pick up, and when we were in the store we noticed that they had a buy two get one free promotion. So we looked through the qualifying Funkos included in the promotion and picked out one that was missing from our collection. This 13th Battalion Trooper special edition figure from the Gaming Greats line. Really fun to add more Funkos to our collection, especially when they are free. As a Star Wars collector, that doesn't happen very often, so it was a very exciting day, and I really can't wait to open it up and check out all of the details so I can add it to my Funko Pop vinyl display. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Coming up really soon, I'll take a closer look at the Funko Pop vinyl figure out of the box and we'll go over all of the details. But first, let's take one last look at the box. As a single figure Funko Pop vinyl, of course, we have the very well-known, very standardized box style with the Funko Pop vinyl logo here in the top left, the Star Wars logo here in black, and this one is number 645 on a medium gray circle here. We've also got a speckly gray banner here behind the logo and down the left side. We've got a nice preview image here of the clone trooper helmet with that vibrant yellow paint scheme there, which we can see through the window. We can see that this one is labeled as 13th Battalion Trooper, and we have a sticker on the front window, which we can see is the blue and silver International Special Edition sticker. So this one is actually a Gaming Greats figure, and I think it's interesting if I compare it just to another one that I have on hand, that we don't actually have a Gaming Greats sticker here on the front like many of them do. This one, Iden Versio, of course, from a Battlefront. We can see that it notes that this is Gaming Greats and Special Edition with the sort of insert tag here on the side. This one isn't labeled as Gaming Greats on the front, we just have that Special Edition International sticker, but we can see the same packaging style with that speckly grey behind there on the banners, because of course they do match. We can see that we have that same printing style here as well. I'll just put this one out of the way. So fantastic full view length there of the figure in the artwork on the side. We've got the character name and the number below the Pop logo there, and on the back, instead of having other pictures from the wave like on other Funkos, this one, it just has the very large Star Wars Gaming Greats logo there with that grey sort of starscape background there with a little bit of a preview there of the figure. Sometimes I wonder maybe they could put that over so we got a full view like on the side, and maybe make the Gaming Greats symbol here just a little bit smaller, but hey, it's really fun to see, even though I feel like there's a little bit of wasted space around it there. On this side we get that tiny little preview there of the helmet peeking over the bottom of the box, the front window wrapping around to the side. We've also got the item number, the character name, and the Pop logo there. Again, on the top we get that little bit of a preview of the face like we often see, the Pop logo and the Funko logo, and the underside just has the barcode text there. I think it's kind of interesting that the Gaming Greats line don't show very often other figures from the line. We can see that Iden Versio also has the same on the back. It's a little bit of a shame. I love this line and I kind of wish I could see some of the other figures from the Gaming Greats line, but either way, of course, the back of the box is not really going to be seen very often. We're going to display them from the front or outside of the box, and I'm very excited to go over the details, so let's open it up. I'm just going to open up my Funko box from the underside, because sometimes you get a little wrinkle in the flaps and I like having that hidden there on the underside. Just looking at the back of the box, actually, I think it's a shame that for the Funko Gaming Greats line we don't have a video game logo here, just to help fans that perhaps are less familiar with the video games to really connect the characters to the source material. The 13th Battalion Trooper is from the fantastic Jedi Fallen Order game, but we don't have the text noting the game or the game logo of any sort. And thinking about one that I just recently opened up from the Hasbro Black Series line, this is Zolbar from Knights of the Old Republic. You can see the Gaming Greats logo there on the front. On the back, they actually have the video game logo. We can see Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We can also see the game text name there written in several places. I think it's a shame that Funko doesn't do the same, because I love the fact that Funko has quite an expansive gaming greats line. I love the Star Wars video games. I'm trying to collect up as much as I can, but I think it's kind of a little bit missing. We've got a lot of blank space where they could easily fit a video game logo there. But anyway, let's just get stuck in and open this one up like I was doing before. I got a little bit sidetracked there. Okay, so opening it up, oh, sometimes there's a little wrinkle in that under flap there. Let's carefully slide out the tray, because I'm really excited. I love clone troopers, and it's fun to have these new interesting designs from the video games, and that yellow just looks amazing. Okay, let's clear the packaging away so we can go over all of the really cool details. I love the clone troopers from Star Wars, and especially the ones with all of the different paint jobs. They're really vibrant and means that you can get a really interesting collection together of just different coloring, different poses. Looks really, really cool. And of course, these are a little bit different coming from a video game rather than episode 2 or 3. And of course, we've got the more episode 3 phase 2 style of clone trooper helmet here. Really, really cool. So I'm going to go over the paintwork. And as I mentioned earlier, I picked this one up for free. So usually I am a little bit particular with the paintwork of my Funko Pop vinyl figures. I like to go over them before I purchase, but this one was the only one in the store and it was free. So I didn't really have much choice, and I didn't really mind. Of course, free Funko is a free Funko, but I'm delighted to see that the paintwork on this one looks really great. Often with white and pale colored figures, anything that is a miss really stands out, but this one is really good. You know, I can see the vibrant yellow matching along the lines quite well. Of course, we've got the fantastic phase 2 clone trooper helmet here with that really iconic black visor, the black line around the top of the helmet, the details around the front. Everything is looking really tidy. And of course, the Star Wars Funko Pop vinyl figures are bobbleheads, so they're going to bobble around. Does really well on this one. You can see it's moving quite freely. Really tidy paint. And of course, the pale colors, if there was some smudges or something like that, it would really show up. We can see here across the back of the armor there, we've got some yellow designs across the shoulders and the back plates, around the backs of those thigh plates there. Coming around to the front, we can see the yellow striping on the front of the armor as well. We've got a really nice, tidy black clone trooper blaster rifle there, and we've even got the little black accent colors of the undersuit showing in between the armor plates there as well. Just fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm kind of surprised. Sometimes, you know, when you find figures on clearance, you notice, yep, there was a little flaw or something that meant that other customers passed it by, and so sometimes you make that decision where you're willing to pick up something on clearance because there is a small flaw, but at such a discount price you can overlook it. This thing is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes I think the gaming greats figures do suffer a little bit for the fact that the video game is not noted on it, so people don't immediately recognize it. But I love clone troopers. This one was just so cool. Really fun. I love that vibrant yellow. Of course, some of the other colors of clone troopers are much more well known. Of course, we have those really striking red shock troopers from Revenge of the Sith, and of course the iconic 501st blue ones that march up the Jedi Temple steps with Anakin. But the yellow is a really fun variation here. It's a good pose. I really like the way that it's holding that blaster. You can see all the details. We've got that gloss black finish on the blaster rifle there, looking really nice, and just really tidy paintwork. I like the pose here. It's glued on well. Of course, the modern Funko Pop vinyl Star Wars figures are permanently attached to their bases. Those early generation ones fit on with pegs. Now we can't take them off. Of course, we've got the very standard single figure stand for the Star Wars line here with that silver Star Wars logo there on the front. And of course, we've got some of that text printed and stamped there on the underside. We can see on the underside, the yellow even continues on the underside of the helmet, so it's not going to look awkward when you wobble them around. We can see the spring in there. Really cool. This is fun. And of course, you don't need to be a fan of the video game to enjoy this one. If you like the prequels, the Clone Wars, Clone Troopers in general, it's a really fun and a different one to add to your collection. I'm trying to collect up just as many Funko Pop vinyl Star Wars figures as I can. And of course, I was going to make use of that buy two, get one free promotion and add another fun one to my collection. I have to admit, this one was a little bit down my shopping list, but But of course, the opportunity to add one for free to my collection was not an opportunity I was going to miss. And honestly, I thought maybe somebody had returned it. Maybe there was something, you know, a big sort of paint flaw or something on the back of it that meant that that's why it was in that clearance section. Really cool. It's just nice, tidy paint. Even along here, there's like the tiniest little sort of marks here. But that's just part of the paintwork. I really can't fault it. Just fantastic. I love this paintwork. Maybe just a tiny bit here. But again, it's just so tidy. Really fun. And the box was fine. No damage to the box, you know. Sometimes, you know, I don't mind a bit of box damage if it's going to be clearance or better yet, free. This is fantastic. It looks great. Kind of sad that it was in the clearance section. Really cool. I love Jedi Fallen Order. Such a fantastic video game. I'm trying to add as many of the gaming greats collectibles to my collection. When I played so many Star Wars video games back in the Knights of the Old Republic era, I was trying to track down any kind of collectibles and there just weren't. You know, I would have done anything, practically anything, for Star Wars action figures from my favorite video games, and now there is so many. This is just really cool. And of course, I love that vibrant yellow. It works really well, really fun. Seeing that vibrant yellow on the Clone Trooper armor. Fantastic. This was a lot of fun. I kind of held my breath going, okay, he was in the clearance section. Maybe there's something I can't quite see through the plastic. Maybe somebody returned him, but he's free. I'll take a gamble. He's just fantastic. This has been really exciting. Another Star Wars Funko Pop vinyl collectible for my collection, and there's nothing wrong with it. He looks great and he wobbles. I love the pose. That iconic Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet looks really cool here. Just fantastic. This has been a lot of fun. What a great day unboxing a free Star Wars collectible, and he's going to go and join my display. He looks fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I opened up another Star Wars Funko Pop vinyl figure and had a lot of fun checking out all of the cool Clone Trooper details. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the galaxy, and let's hang out again very soon for more Star Wars fun. May the Force be with you. If you're a Funko fan, I've also unboxed the 3 Duel of the Fates figures from the Phantom Menace. That video is linked here in case you haven't already seen it, as well as a whole Funko unboxing playlist. This is the way.